All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day of Saber Sims DFS office hours. It is Tuesday, November 7th of 2023 here. Sorry for the little late start. I was having some technical issues before we got kicked off here, but those are all resumed here. So appreciate you guys tuning in. But as always, my name is Andrew, one of the coaches over here at Saber Sim. This is a show where we go over how to use the Saber Sim app, answer any and all DFS related questions. Get questions in one of three ways here. First off, send us an email, support@sabersim.com. Second, post it live in the YouTube chat. Third way, post it in the office hours channel in our Discord server. If you're not in our Discord and want to get signed up, there is a link in the description of this video here. You get access to our similar channels, individual sport channels, as well as our release notes channels. See when bugs are fixed, see when updates go live to the app here. So always a good place to be there. And then looking ahead to today, we have no NBA on election day here. So if you guys log into the app, don't see NBA projections, it's kicking you to tomorrow. There are no NBA games today. So no NFL. We do have a 10-game hockey slate here. So I saw a couple questions related to NHL strategy here. So I'll probably talk about that a little bit here. But either way, still plenty to talk about. So let's jump right in here. And then before we get kicked off, as always, want to remind you guys, if you guys aren't signed up for our weekly max challenge, we just announced the winners for yesterday's show here yesterday. And then, we still have plenty of weeks to go for this promotion / giveaway. It's completely free to enter. All you got to do, use our green sign up link right here. It'll take you to a short form you fill out so we can send you guys awesome prizes. Then we have weekly prizes, season-long prizes, and then the eligibility requirements are down here on the bottom. So check those out. Also, wanted to call out really quickly here. I released a video yesterday with Danny Steinberg reviewing NFL Week 9 DFS. So this is up now, our Week 9 review. I have a lot of fun doing those videos. Unfortunately, Max couldn't join me, so we had Danny on, and we still had a good time. But all right, we're going to start with the questions that came in Discord as always here. And first question came in from Neil. And Neil said, "Hi, Andrew. I played the $3.20 max for the NFL Showdown last night, and I was looking at the contest review. My sim ROI and win rate numbers look good. I also had low dupes, 2 average dupes, 18 lineups. It's really good. Aggressively trying to avoid, 2 average dupes, 18 lineups, under 5 dupes. However, my 99% profit is really low compared to the users with a similar sim ROI. Any idea on what might cause something like this to happen? It's alarming to see because when I aggressively try to avoid dupes, I'm doing so because I want to hit big when I get that top 1% outcome." Yeah, this is a great question. So, some of these metrics look great to me, right? 18 lineups, under 5 dupes, number of average dupes was 2. That tells me that, hey, when you win, you're taking a big chunk of that prize, of that first place prize with you here. Why your 99% profit was low compared to other users, I think it comes down to a couple things. So one is, what is the average projection of your lineup and how does that affect your win rate here? So I saw you said your win rate numbers look good. I'd be interested to see if, your win rate numbers were equal or equivalent to some of those other lineups in the contest. Are you sacrificing a lot of projection to get to those dupes? So really it just comes down to how you are getting so unique and then what that impact has on you in the contest sim. So it really comes down to that, but those are the things that I would be looking for when comparing your portfolio of lineups to other portfolios of lineups. But really good question. All right, K Polo said, "Hi, Andrew. For late swap FanDuel NBA, is it still necessary to run late swap when lineup alerts show no significant projection changes after lineups were updated? Also, thank you for giving the formula for FanDuel contest sims to get correct percent deferred and percent entries paid. Been a big help." Yeah, man. Happy you got some useful takeaways there. And what I would say is that, FanDuel, remember what we're doing for FanDuel is that when the ownership, when the games lock, we take the ownership projections, we lock those in, and then we can rebuild ownership depending on if there's any news here. So I think that significant projection adjustment is a great option for you there. That'll basically tell you like, hey, the remaining games on the slate, the lineup that we were expecting is the lineup that we're seeing is basically what's happening, right? So a significant projection adjustment, we classify that as plus or minus 2 points. So if someone goes up by 2 points, they get logged. If someone goes down by more than 2 points, they also get logged in that similar channel. Another great reason to be in the Discord, right? Similar to what we talked about earlier. I think it's okay to not late swap if you don't want to. One thing that you do get to take advantage of by late swapping all the time is that you get to take advantage of the live sims, right? So if there are games going on and we see that, hey, this high-priced player is having a very poor game, or this low value or this high value player, didn't play as many minutes as we thought, right? So we are consistently projecting the rest of the games for all the games that are currently running. So by late swapping, you can take advantage of those live sims, and then SaberSim will have those updated projections for the players for the rest of the game here, and then can take that into account. Like, oh, how much did K Polo have of this high price player who's doing really bad? Did they have more than the field, less than the field? Do we need to change the risk profile of these lineups to help them to do better, right? So that's like a reason for late swapping, right? Taking advantage of the live sims. But those are some things that I would be thinking about. It really comes down to, your time management. You have to figure out what makes the most sense for you, your situation. If you have family and kids, like I get all that. I have a wife and child myself, and 3-year-olds like to play in the evenings, and sometimes it's hard to be sitting there on the computer. So very, very tough, and kind of have to figure out a balance for yourself there. All right. Rum Runners said, hey, Andrew, is there a specific place to find the pro YouTube video library? I currently have the ultimate plan and want to review the pro videos. Yes. So if you guys are on the pro or ultimate plan, you get access to our pro exclusive content. These are videos that we release that are more kind of high game theory, very like strategic and theoretical about DFS, about contest sims, about all kinds of concepts, right? So they're a great reason to be on one of those plans, and they live in the Discord. So if you guys are in the Discord, if you're not in the Discord and on one of the Ultimate or Pro plans, I would suggest joining so you can get access to that channel. But there is a channel in the Discord where those videos live, and you can watch them from there. All right. Albus said, how do I get my DFS fixed today? Can you give us a 50-cent tour of an NHL process? Great question here. So over on the YouTube channel, guys, this is going to be your best resource. Go to playlists here. Go to how to beat NHL DFS in 2023. You can watch these videos here. So this is an hour-long video with Jordan and Scott here. And then Scott joined me for a contest flashback review show recently here, right? So these videos should get you started on a solid NHL process to start. Truth is, I really don't play NHL, and you're much better off learning from Jordan and Scott than you are learning from me. So check those videos out ahead of puck drop tonight. All right. Skyhook said, when uploading custom projections / ownership, will it automatically go to multiple builds if there are ones already built, or do I need to upload the CSVs to each build every time? This is a great question. So what I would do here is this a feature that we haven't really talked about lately. And where is it these days? Okay, so in your slate selector in the top left, go to the site here, go to master upload. When you click on master upload, it's going to take you to this page where you can upload projections by player for every site at once. So say you have a CSV where you have the names, and then you have a DraftKings column, a FanDuel column, a Yahoo column. You can upload projections for all of these sites at once. When you upload them here, this data is going to get moved into every slate on the day. So whatever all the slates for today, you're going to see these projections from this screen here. And then from there, it's going to make it easier when you open up new builds, when you do whatever. Like, we are going to look at this master upload page. So go to the site, go down to master upload. I don't remember what plans that's available on. I do know it's probably available on the Ultimate for sure. And then I think it's available on the Pro, but check that out. All right. BKP Dad said, I see people talking about dupes on here, and while I haven't seen them on the lineups, what is dupes for? Is it duplicate lineups? I saw someone say he had some with 5, and I've never seen any above 0 in my 150 lineups. Yeah, so dupes is just short for duplication. So this is a concept or term that is popular in captain showdown modes where a lot of people play the same lineup. So if I have a lineup and 3 other people play it, I would say my lineup was duped 3 times, right? So the bad thing about dupes is that when you win less of the first place prize than what you would win if you had played a lineup that was not played by anybody else. So there is this balance that you are usually trying to strike where you are trying to play lineups that have a good enough chance of winning, but lineups that aren't so going to be so duplicated by the rest of the users in your contest. So there is this balance that you're always kind of trying to strike between those two things, right? So that's why, we don't say play all unique lineups. Like, it's easy to build unique lineups. They're just going to be very, very bad lineups. But you want to find good lineups that aren't going to be super highly played. So a couple of resources for you guys here. If you go to our help docs, you go to our support library. I actually just did a video on this recently. So if you're using contest sims, dupes is one of the metrics in contest sims. So what is the dupes contest sim metric here? So this video is going to be a great option for you guys to check out here. So I'll link that one in the chat. Another great option is using geometric mean to prevent dupes, to lower the number of duplicates in your lineups here. So this is another great video. So I'm going to drop this one in the queue here. Oops. All right. And then we have a couple good videos on our YouTube channel. So if you go to our NFL DFS playlist here, how to beat NFL DFS in 2023. You're going to see a video here, how to beat NFL DFS Showdown contest by Jordan here. This is a great video, very popular. And then we even have a video where Max Steinberg came on last season after he solo shipped a milli in NFL Showdown and talked about his victory. So Max Steinberg joins to discuss his milli maker victory here. This was in NFL Showdown. It was a Bears and Commanders game, I believe, here. So couple good resources for you guys there. I could drop this one in here as well. I should have dropped the one with Jordan, but I didn't. But that lives in that how to beat NFL DFS in 2023 playlist. I might as well just go and grab it real quick. So just want to give you guys easy access to these resources. But these are basically the videos that I send to everybody when they reach out asking for support or, thoughts and ideas about Showdown strategy in general. All right. Last question in the Office Hours channel says, hey, Andrew, for NHL, is there a way to see what % of your pool/lineups is made of power play 1 stacks or any way to max min the amount of lineups that use power play 1 stacks? So I think this is a great question here. I think that would be a great adjustment from like the 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, 5-man stacks rather than like, adding the ability to see what lines are stacked. So I'm going to make a note here and just say feature request. What would it be? Like a summary of line stacks for NHL lineups. I think that's a great request here. All right. Got that one logged here. And then next, we are going to jump over to the YouTube chat. All right, first question in the YouTube chat says, how important is a sim ROI in contest reviews? I ran a review and had a higher ROI than some really big names like Papa Gage, Chipotle, Yuta, and Giant Squid, but my actual ROI didn't pan out. Is that a good sign that my process is dialed in? Yeah, no, I think that's definitely a great sign. I think one thing that can happen is that, if these guys are maxing out the contest and you're only playing like 1 to 5 lineups, it's very possible that your sim ROI comes in much higher than theirs. Just because you have less lineups. Like, it's kind of easier to build one really good lineup than 150. Like, in theory, right? We talk about this. People will ask, hey, is it okay to play less than the max? And the answer is yes. And the reason for that is because if you are putting your lineups in, you should be putting in your absolute best lineup first, and then your second best lineup, and then third, right? So your number one lineup should always be better than like somebody else's like 150th, right? In theory here. So I think it's, and this is something Max has talked about, like taking shots on like some of these flagship showdowns, like just trying to build like 5 good lineups, like spending your time working hard on like 5 really good lineups and then seeing how they do in the Sims here. So I would say that, you're definitely on the right track here. Be aware of like how many lineups you're putting in versus how many lineups they're putting in. But ultimately, I think this is a good sign. And then, when we do our contest review shows, guys, like we are always looking at sim ROI. And the reason for that is we want to be good long-term players here. So you can see this reviewing past contests with contest flashback. We're always looking at sim ROI. We don't really want to get too results oriented here. We want to build strong lineups that grade out well in the Sims over time here. So that is what this show is all about. And that was our only question here in the YouTube chat. So I know that there's not a ton of DFS going on today, guys. So it might just be a nice short meeting today. I'm sorry, show today. But in the meantime, guys, take care. Good luck in your contest. We will be right back here tomorrow, Wednesday, for our next show, 2 p.m. Eastern. So as always, guys, I will see you then. Thanks. Bye.